Three gang members learning their fate today for their roles in the murder of former Cron 4 security guard and former San Jose police officer Kevin Nishita. The men were sentenced today after pleading guilty for the 2021 shooting death. And our Michael Thomas was inside the courtroom during sentencing. He joins us now live from outside the courthouse in Alameda County. And at the top of the hour, we heard from Kevin's widow, Virginia. But I want to hear from you, Michael. What was it like inside court today?
Really an emotional morning turned into afternoon inside that courtroom. The family of Kevin Nishita finally coming face to face, not only hearing the verdict from the judge, but also hearing from the man who pulled the trigger himself. Take a look. We have some video of Kevin Nishita on your screen so you can get some visuals. Now, the men responsible for the murder of Cron 4 security guard Kevin Nishita, they've been sentenced. The gunman, Laron Gilbert, receiving 30 years to life in prison. His accomplice, Herschel Hale and Shadia Mitchell, each receiving 25 years. Now, inside the courtroom, it really was a stark scene. Hale and Gilbert both wearing yellow Alameda County jumpsuits, while Mitchell appeared off to the right side of the room in a black button-up T-shirt. The judge, DeLucci, saying that the case will have impacts forever. More than 4 years after the shooting, Nishita's family still going through those pains. There was some different victim statements that were put out. Our Cron 4 Maureen Kelly, she was not present, but she did submit a letter and a statement as a victim. She was the first person that was read, essentially saying she did not think that Kevin was going to pass away. She had sent him text messages after that shooting, not realizing the impacts that it would have on her life and also Kevin's life. Now, Nishita's wife telling the court she hopes that the men responsible one day feel true remorse. Gilbert, the gunman who did not read his own statement, he had his attorney speak out on his behalf, apologizing to the Nishita family, his wife, and his own family, saying his intent was never to kill that day and that he has already began to change his life and is seeking remorse, adding he does not expect forgiveness from anybody, especially Kevin's wife, but he hopes one day for it. Hale and Mitchell did not address the court. Nishita's wife also noting under current law that Gilbert could be eligible for parole at the age of around 50 or so, while the other two could see parole in about 15 years, something she's against. She says no matter where she is in the country, if she decides to move, she will be back for those parole hearings to make sure that the courts hear her impacts of Kevin's passing. Take a listen to what she had to say just a few minutes ago outside the courtroom.
There's no winners here. Kevin will never come home. It's time not to forget Kevin Nishita, but it's time to learn to live without him, that he'll never walk in that door. And today, justice did prevail. Again, it did. These three men received what the law was able to give them. I thanked the three defendants for admitting guilt, taking responsibility and accountability. And that's what Kevin would want. Kevin was a true believer. If you do the crime, you do the time. And that's why I thank them.
Now, in addition to the wife giving a victim statement, there were other victim statements from other former police officers, many who addressed those three perpetrators, gunmen rather, directly, saying that it's not just Kevin's life that was lost. They also spoke to the fact that these three young men also lost their lives. There were some cries and screams from mothers and fathers, obviously, inside the courtroom when those verdicts came down. When it came to, facial expressions and things like that, Mitchell really just a blank stare in his face, no type of emotion, almost as if he had saw a ghost. Gilbert, during the time of the statements, did turn his entire body to look back at Kevin's wife and anybody else who was given a statement. Hale, most of the time, just covering his face as he sat off to the left. So just to give you perspective, it was Hale one side, then it was Gilbert, and then across the room on the other side was Mitchell, where he sat, and he was the only one that was not in that yellow jumpsuit from Alameda County Jail. So as we get more updates from the family, we'll continue to keep you updated, and you'll hear more from family and friends about this verdict coming up at Cron 4 News at 2. That's the very latest here in the East Bay. I'm Michael Thomas. Justine, I'll send it back to you live in the studio.
Thank you, Michael. It's been a long road to get to today. Thank you.